Should we try hailing them? I mean, see if someone answers.
No, no. Well, seeing as this was a Sith asteroid, I'd probably not want to do that.
Mr. Worf, open hailing frequencies.
Exactly.
What are the chances they don't already know we're here?
Plus, it's not so strange if you find an asteroid and you're like, hey, you guys resupply?
Yes, but if what's supposed to be there is supposed to be there, I think they would just shoot at us if there were anyone on there.
Yeah, Dell's gonna run some sensor scans to find a landing pad and to see if he can find out if anyone's actually living on the asteroid.
Can I help him since I'm in the cockpit?
Yeah.
What are we rolling here?
You can roll perception. I don't want to deal with the ship stats right now.
Really, wouldn't it just be
You could
computers?
use computer.
Yeah, that too.
Can we also tell if there are any other ships in sensor range?
Well, that's one of the things I wanted you guys to roll perception for.
Can I do computer
Sure.
instead? Because
yeah,
my perception is not great.
You want us all to roll perception?
If you want to, but you don't all have to.
We'd all have to take turns at the computers. That'd be kind of weird.
Yeah. Well, you guys can stare out the viewport of the front of the ship, because you guys are all on the bridge. So for anyone who's looking out, you see the large, black asteroid filling up most of the view screen, and there's some lights on, and by looking at the sensors, you guys realize that the lights all seem to be over several docking pads, which are spread out around the complex. And looking at the sensors, it seems like there's not a lot of electric activity or signals anywhere in the sensor range. So you guys don't detect any thruster, exhaust, or anything. You just detect the cold vacuum of space and some electrical fluxes from the lights that are on.
So it doesn't look like there's been ships here recently.
Not that you can tell.
Can I use the Force to see if I sense any life inside the base?
Sure. When you spread out your awareness towards the asteroid, you just sense blackness.
Sounds cheerful.
Well, that's not good.
So do you guys want to go in for a landing?
I think Dell's gonna pick a landing pad and search his feelings about how he feels about that landing pad.
As he does this, I just look at the crew and the group and I just say, any thoughts before we land? Anything we should know? Anything we should prepare for? Anyone have anything they want to add before we go into the empty asteroid of darkness?
Should we all be here on the bridge, or are there other stations on board the ship we should be manning? Are there weapon stations? Should we be at the boarding ramps? Where should we all be?
This place is dead.
Yeah, I think we're fine here. It doesn't look like there's much activity, and this ship is not exactly designed for combat, so...
Can I try sensing the dark side?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll that.
You get to re-roll that.
Dark side sense. Have to take this second result.
So
that's good.
From the
This is only
asteroid, you
slightly
sense a very strong dark side presence. And the closer the ship gets, you can feel the presence almost suffocating, strong, emanating from the core of the asteroid.
Eek. Can I tell if it's what? Can I tell anything more about what it is? If it's a dark side person? If it's just
The
a
energy
place?
that you sense is sort of permeating the entire asteroid.
Yay.
Also, since like a few seconds ago, Kaz looks really kind of unnerved.
Okay, so Del, you get the sense that once you land, there's probably going to be some complications.
Yay. Of course there is.
Well, I guess there's nothing for it but to land and see what's next. So Del will take it in and send it down on a landing pad.
I don't think we should all go out at once. I think those of us who are stealthy should go out first, check out the landing area, and tell if someone else should follow.
Well, we'll also have to make sure the, systems inside the asteroid, like gravitational generation and other systems, are up and running. Otherwise, that could make traversing this kind of difficult. It is a pretty small asteroid after all.
Right, of course. But after that, then we should scout it out before everyone going off. Also, the human, the whatever, Dirk, is it, that came with us? What are we going to do with him?
That reminds me, why didn't we drop him off first? That would have been smarter.
He's not exactly combat ready.
He's a man, isn't he?
Well, we'll leave that up to Dirk, but he's free to stay on the ship or come with us when we do eventually go out there. And the choice is his. We didn't really have time to drop him off. I wasn't sure, if the Sith could find us by other means. We just need to get here as soon as possible, so.
It wouldn't
How
take
much combat experience did any of you have the first time you went into combat?
None.
It's pretty much how it goes.
Well, there was the Jedi training. Bit different than actual combat, though.
That's true, I could smash people into walls before I ever had to fight, so.
Do we know if there's a breathable atmosphere on this thing?
Well, it should be breathable inside the asteroid, but inside their complex, but there's no way it can sustain an atmosphere on the outside surface. We'll see what the landing bay looks like once we land there.
Okay, so with that, you pilot the ship to the nearest docking platform, which is a metal construction that's jutting out from the sides of the asteroid, and there's lights on it. So as you sit down, the lights on the docking platform remain lit, and they're shedding off light into the empty void on either sides of the platform. And they're also illuminating a ramp that leads up to an entrance into the asteroid. And lights come on as you land. Lights come on from a room that's inside the asteroid, and the lights shine through a transparent steel viewport. And if you look inside that room, you can see there's sort of a control room type thing.
But it's kind of close to the landing pad, so it's like for incoming ships.
Yeah, it's the part of the asteroid that's directly in front of the nose of the ship.
Over yonder.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
And one more thing. As you guys land, there's sort of a shuddering sound, and then it just fades away, and nothing happens.
Okay, can I roll anything to try to figure out what that was?
You can roll perception. So you sort of caught this some like electrical sounding overtones to it, sort of like a generator or something that was sort of caught when it tried to start and then failed.
Okay, I will mention this. I'm not sure what that means, but what that might actually be, but I'll mention it.
It could be more of the system activating, such as the lights, maybe life support too.
Yeah, Dell's gonna run a check to see if there's actually atmosphere outside the ship.
Could be automated defenses.
Your sensor scans reveal that there's no atmosphere outside of the ship.
Yay.
You do detect that it looks like there are some shield emitters around the platform, but they are not currently active.
So, what's the plan for getting out there?
Perhaps someone should go outside and activate them.
Well,
Are there
Yeah, there
are
are
there
two.
environmental suits here in here?
Yeah, I have 2 on the ship. It's the most I could scrounge when I procured this vessel. And there's an airlock leading from the loading ramp, so 2 people can go out and check. It's probably wise to send people with mechanical and computer backgrounds.
As well as someone
That
who can
would-
protect them.
I could do that. The
Um,
mechanical and computer background part.
Kyreth, will the suit fit Picas?
Yes, that is
Yeah.
concern.
It'll be pretty big on him, but he should
That
still be
said-
able to move around.
I need to look at force powers. Maybe I don't need one.
Dill, have you got any weapons on board the ship, like a rifle?
Lad, do you know how to handle a sniper rifle?
Of course.
That's about the only spare I have.
Well, I do have a couple of supplies. I've got a couple of pistols, some spare power packs, and I do have 1 rifle that you are more than welcome to.
Thanks.
And I'll show you where they are once we figure out who's going out there and get everyone set.
I can go out as well. I have a background in mechanics and computers, and I can fight as well.
As you wish, lass. I have a background in computers, and we all know how well I can fight.
I don't know much about computers or mechanics.
I'd probably survive the longest in the case of a suit breach.
Yes, well, so then Lexa and Picas then?
It's fine with me.
Alright, let's get you suited up. And I'll take them to where the suits are, and on the way show John where the armory is.
Yeah, so the armory is just one of those spare parts areas, like the one that Lexa was in. And you will help Picas into the smaller of the 2 suits. Luckily, they're sort of adjustable, so it can fit, although it is pretty big on him. And Lexa gets into the other one.
Alright.
Alright, well, you both have comms, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, we'll stay in touch. If there's anything you need us to do on our end, let us know.
Off to you, because I take my sword out as well, just to have in hand.
Precaz goes out.
Okay, so you guys cycle the airlock and then open the docking ramp, and you guys walk down the docking ramp. And roll dexterity.
We should check for
Yeah.
traps.
I should at least get like a -1 penalty or something. See which one again? Dexterity?
Okay, so as soon as you step off the docking ramp, suddenly you feel much lighter, and you realize that the artificial gravity of the ship doesn't extend out to the asteroid, and there doesn't seem to be any artificial gravity. So you both stumble, but you manage to recover your balance.
I magnetize my boots.
I do the same.
Okay.
I had to decide for a second whether or not my character would know about that, but considering what he spent 10 years doing, he would know.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
I look for the shield generators.
I take a look around the room.
Okay. It's not so much a room as a platform. And then there's this ramp that leads up to the wall, the main surface of the asteroid, and there's a metal door leading inside the asteroid. And then around the docking pad that you guys are on, there's just some lights.
User entered your channel.
Are there any consoles or?
Nope.
So we gotta look at some of this with our ship scanners, yes?
Yeah. So the ship scanners made it look like around the periphery of the pad there were some shield emitters, but they were not active.
I'm gonna go to look for one of them and take a look at it.
I'll follow him, but I'll keep an eye on the room or the landing pad as we walk.
Also, Picasso is pretty wary of this entire place as a whole, so he's probably on high alert.
Same, and walking cautiously. Particularly, I do want to check for traps now that I think about it.
Okay, you can roll perception, and because you can go over to one of the emitters and roll mechanics.
No, there's no traps.
Lexa
We're
does
good.
not see any traps.
She is very confident that there are no traps.
So because you make your way over to one of the emitters, which is right at the edge of the platform, and but you're pretty safe with the magnetic boots on the suit, and you bend down and examine the emitter and see that it seems to be reasonably in functional order, although there is not being any power supplied to it.
I look up at Lexa and say that there's no power going to this thing. We probably just need to find a control console and turn it on.
Is there any cables attached to it that you can see? Anything we can follow?
Kyra?
The cables look like they're going into the bottom of the landing pad.
Well, honestly, there's probably control consoles inside. We should probably get inside first and look.
Can we open the door if there's no power?
Well, there's no power to the shield emitters, but looking at the lights, there's power somewhere else. Maybe it's just that this pad's emitters aren't turned on.
Alright, let's try the door.
Kaz heads over to the door.
We're okay, team. We've made it through. There's no atmosphere or gravity fields at all out here. We can't seem to figure out how to turn on the power yet, but we're going inside to see if we can turn on this landing pad's emitters. Stand by.
Be careful. The dark side is very strong here.
Picaz is moving slowly and in a paranoid fashion the entire way to the door.
Noted. I look at Picaz and I say, off comes. What does she mean by dark side?
Not entirely sure.
Another character that doesn't know.
I don't like this place. It's black.
It does have a creepy feeling about it.
While they're going out there, can I use computers and do a deeper scan than what we got earlier? Or
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, like, can we get like a general-ish layout of the outside of the base? Although I guess most of it's not visible.
Yeah, most of the outside of the base is just solid rock walls. You can see that there are some landing pads scattered around. And then the only light that seems to be coming from inside the facility is in that one control-ish looking room that has the light shining through the viewports on the edge of the asteroid directly in front of the ship's nose. And that seems to be about one of the only sources of power that's on board the asteroid that's currently active. Okay, so Lexa and Picaz, you slowly make your way up to the door very cautiously, and when you get there, it remains closed.
I want to look for consoles along the door.
So yeah, there's a small hatch. It's not a control panel that has buttons and stuff, but it does look like some sort of access hatch for mechanical uses.
I would like to examine it and then carefully open it.
Okay, roll perception. Okay, it just looks like a metal panel that's set on the side of the door.
Okay, I will continue to open it.
Okay, you open it and there's some wires and things inside. So you can make a mechanics roll to try to get the door to open. Okay, so you tinker around with the control panel and then the door slides open.
And I go inside. Again, being paranoidly wary.
I look at him and I say, I'll hold here for now. I don't want this door shutting with you inside, both of us inside. Just let me
Don't
know
worry,
if-
I'll break it open if it closes.
Right, but it's probably better if we stay here. But if you get out of sight, I'll move towards you. And if you need anything, just holler and I'll come running. I think it
Just
would
don't
be
stand
wise.
in front of the door if it closes.
Noted. I'll roll in.
Kyreth, what can I see from the bridge of the ship from looking out the front viewport or the side viewports or whatever?
So looking at the front viewport, you can see there's like a bulge in the wall of the asteroid, and that's where the viewports are set inside there. So there's some light coming out, and then inside of that, up against the glass, the transparent seal of the viewports, it looks like there are some dusty computer terminals. And you also can see that not only does the surface of the asteroid appear black from dim lighting, but also right where the lights are shining, the rock of the asteroid is also like pitch black.
How far away is the rock wall and the viewport set in it? Okay. I just keep kind of scanning back and forth, watching the whole area.
Well, I go inside and I look around, see what I see.
Okay, this is like just a small entry room, but you can see that on the right side near the door that you came through, there's a computer terminal.
I go to the computer terminal.
Okay, as you go up to it, you see that it does actually have power on it. And when you look at the interface, you see some characters that you realize are in Sith.
I try to make out what I can.
Okay, make an intelligence roll. Okay, that's a pretty good roll. So with that look at it, you also, and your general basic knowledge of computers, you are pretty confident you could probably try to work your way around the system. So you can roll use computers if you want to.
Awesome.
Okay, well, luckily, because you sort of know your way around the Sith, you get a +3 bonus. So you managed to work your way around the system, and the shield activates. So everyone on board the ship sees a shield bubble rise up and surround the landing pad.
Because is it active? Can they come out?
Yep.
Well,
I
is
think-
life support on inside the asteroid, or did you just activate the shield bubble?
But I haven't checked about the gravity or whether or not there's being air pumped in here. So I might wait a bit.
Yeah, run another sensors check from the ship as well.
Okay, roll use computer.
Hold on a second.
Do you want to, or do you want me to?
You know, yeah, let's I'll help you. We'll both be at the controls, kinda. Ay caramba, those are some low rolls.
Okay, Elon can just roll with advantage since Dell is helping. Okay,
Better?
so the sensor scans detect no atmosphere or artificial gravity. They just detect that the shield is up.
And Dell, come back to the others. Yeah, looks like life support and gravitation is still offline.
Yep. Well, I knew about the gravity. But I will continue trying to activate things. I'll let you know once life support's on. And then Picassi is going to try and turn life support on next.
Okay, roll use computer. Is Lexa still waiting outside the door?
Yeah, but she's keeping an eye on the ship and Picaz and, looking just around. But yeah, she's decidedly trying to stay on as outside the door as she can and be close to him.
So poking your way around the rest of the computer, you see that it has very limited interfaces and functionality, and that its main purpose seems to be to control the stocking platform. So you can control the doors and the shields and the light, but you don't seem to have any control over the gravity or atmosphere.
I relay back that I can't control the gravity or atmosphere from here. I need to go deeper in and find a console with more access.
Lexa, you should go with him in case he runs into trouble.
Yeah, I don't like this.
All right. Let us know if anything happens on your end.
Also, I would say you should all keep on alert. I felt a presence here. There's something here. I don't know what.
You're the
But
one
it's not
going in
good.
the station. Keep your wits about you as well.
Yeah, we'll keep our sensors running and the engine ready to go in case there's a problem.
Because
Trying
we'll
to
go
sense
deeper.
things.
I rolled a
General.
check with him.
Kalani, you still sense, now that you're this close, it's very oppressive, dark side energy that seems to just be radiating out from the surface of the entire asteroid.
Anything more specific? Anything I should warn them about or whatever?
To you, it feels very dark and evil, and like it's almost like it's reaching for you, with the overwhelming sense of dark side energy, but you don't feel any immediate threat.
My character is beginning to suspect something may have snuck aboard the ship when they left. Like it came in through the airlock unnoticed. Can I, do a search of the ship?
Yeah. You can roll perception. Or if you want to tell the others, you can make a sweep through the ship. So Pakaz and Lexa, you've noticed that there are no lights on in these rooms in the station, but the suits do have limited lights if you want to turn those on.
Oh, you have it set for what I can see with my dark vision. Yeah?
Right. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then no.
So, I'm going
Alright.
to turn lights on, though.
Okay.
I look at him as soon as he does. That may not be a good idea. Whatever's in here would see you before you'd see it.
Eyes are not the only thing I can use to find living creatures.
Then I would say you don't need the flashlight, and if you do, you better not to have it.
I don't think it really matters that much. It will make it easier to operate on mechanical stuff and to find consoles.
All right. But I step back so I'm just far enough away that they'll see him and not me.
So is there only one way out of this room? I imagine this is the airlock.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there's one way out. And you
So
can
I try
open the
to
door
cycle the airlock.
with the computers, or with the controls.
Maybe we should stealth.
Good idea. I go and
So
I
you guys
turn.
will take a -5 penalty for wearing your suits, but you can still roll stealth if you want.
Yay, stealth field generator.
I roll a good stealth, and it's when I have a -5.
Oh, I forgot to put in the -5, so remove 5 from both of those.
Okay.
So that would be 19 for my best one.
Mine's 13.
And I imagine the door to the landing pad cycles shut.
Yep.
Well, the outer door, not the inner door. We should be able to see into the room, but them not into the area.
No, so it looks like this small, narrow passageway that you're in is actually the airlock.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Did I find anything in the ship with us?
You are, well, it depends on, do you want to make like an entire sweep of the ship? You haven't found anything so far, but I think that you're still searching.
I'm still searching, okay.
Yeah.
When you go leave, I'll ask what you're doing.
You're asking me?
Yeah,
Kalani?
when you leave the bridge. What
I
are
don't know.
you
I
doing?
just got a funny feeling something might have snuck aboard when Pakaz and Lexa left.
Mm.
I'm gonna go have a
Okay,
look
I'm coming
around.
with. I'm
following.
coming with them.
Okay, you can roll perception too. So Pakaz and Lexa, do you guys want to walk out of the airlock?
Yep,
I'm
I want to
following
walk
him. So
out the airlock very cautiously, scanning around for any nasty things that might eat me.
Okay, roll perception, Pakaz. Okay, you see that the walls of this room look like they were just carved out of the rock of the asteroid. And then into each of the 3 walls on either side of you, there are doors. And otherwise, this room seems pretty bare.
I look around for any markings that might indicate where things might be from here.
You don't see any markings.
Well, I pick a random direction and go with that. So I'm gonna go left.
Okay, there's a control panel with some buttons on it by the door. Do you want to press the buttons?
I want to examine the panel very carefully and start it up very carefully and search and figure out how it works and stuff.
be honest, you want to press all the buttons.
No, I don't. I really don't.
So it looks like it's there's controls for the airlock, and then there are also controls to open the doors and close them and lock them.
Okay, I lock all the doors except the one I'm going to go through, and then I open the one I'm going to go through.
Okay, do you close the airlock door and lock that one too?
Except for that one.
Okay.
Don't do that one.
Yeah,
Okay. So the door slides open and reveals another corridor that looks like it was also carved into the rock.
I go that way. And I just
Okay.
keep going down.
When you
very
get to this
paranoid,
point,
like,
you see that there's directly below you, there's another door.
okay, I will look in there first. Why not? And I'll look at the panel, open it up and stuff.
This is just a hallway that you can see leads into a room that has lights on in it and some computer terminals. And back on the ship, Kalani and John have pretty much finished going through the ship, and you guys have not found anything out of place.
Thank goodness.
Are those control panels over there?
Yes, the gray things.
I say, aha, and I go towards them.
Okay.
I scan the room. Not that I'll see anything, but
Okay, roll perception.
Oh, that's not bad.
Is that... Did Pakaz just roll that perception, or is that an old perception?
That was the previous perception.
Okay. Do you want to roll another one?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so you notice that as you walk through the last part of the hallway into this room, you see that suddenly some rocks and part of the hallway seems like it's starting to collapse on you. So, roll acrobatics. Okay, since you guys both noticed the rocks falling, and in the low gravity you are able to, with that heads up, even Lexa is able to dodge the falling rocks.
Close one.
Yeah.
Slowly falling low gravity rocks.
Yeah, that makes another point. Is the gravity on in here?
No, the gravity is not on.
Then how'd the rocks fall?
Well, it's not completely devoid of gravity. It's just
It's like moon
super low.
gravity.
Well,
Probably a bit less.
low
gravity.
So the
Yeah.
gravity
Asteroid.
generators are on less gravity.
Asteroid gravity.
Asteroid gravity is essentially no gravity.
You hop.
Asteroids
but you
have
still-
mass.
Large asteroid.
Well, I mean, there could have been like
Yep.
something that hit the outside of the station that, like, the momentum like pushed things down.
Well, there's something in here with us.
Or that. That's a bit of what I was getting at. There really shouldn't be gravity in here. If this is an asteroid not Earth moon size, then nothing should be dangerous
Gravity is a
enough to
function
hurt
of
us.
mass. Asteroids have mass.
They do.
Okay, so you go up to the computer terminals. And do you want to use them?
Okay, what was going on? Sorry, I got distracted. Someone in
Do
my
you-
house was talking to me.
Oh, sorry. You go up to the computer terminals, and do you start trying to use them?
I look at them very carefully for traps or anything, because I'm
I keep my back to
very
Pakaz,
paranoid.
and watch the room as he fiddles.
Okay. So you see that there are terminals pretty much all along the walls, and you also can see through the transparent steel in the wall. You can look out. You can see the ship sitting there with the shield bubble around it, and you see that these control consoles are also in Sith.
Okay, I will try to start, trying to turn them on and find access to the gravity and the life support.
Okay, make an intelligence roll again to decipher the Sith language.
Do I get a bonus for knowing a little bit?
Well, that's why you get to roll.
Oh.
Okay. Now roll use computer. And you can get a +3 bonus. Oh, that's not fun. So... Wait, is that with the +3 bonus or without?
That's without.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that's not fun. So you manage to decipher your way around the system, and you find a way to turn on the station's artificial gravity and the life support, should you wish to do so.
I will do both.
Okay. So
Nice
you can
work.
see the power readings suddenly spike on the control panel, and the hum starts filling the station. And the progress bars show up, showing that the artificial gravity has been turned on, and you can definitely feel the effects of that kick in immediately. And the the computer informs you that estimates that it will take 20 hours to fill the station with suitable atmosphere.
I relay this to everyone, and then tell Lexa that we should head back to the ship and wait for the life support to fill up everything.
20 hours? That's ridiculously long. We don't have that much time.
Del, come back. Well, how much power are we good on power? Doesn't look like it's gonna run out, does it?
Because we're looking at to see on power.
Yeah. You can see the current power generation output is matching the power generation that's being drawn from the life support systems. But there's not any indicator that you can see that displays the total power capacity of the asteroid.
Is there any way to try and access those systems from here?
Yeah, you can roll use computer.
I will try it. +3.
It doesn't seem like you can access that from here.
I can't access that information from here.
What about schematic of the asteroid? Could you potentially seal off some areas to make the life support go into the areas we need faster?
Good idea.
I can look and see if this room has that much control over the life support, but I'll have to get back to you on that. And so
Even if you can produce pockets as we go, that'd be much better than waiting 20 hours in this creepy place.
Well, the downside of that is we could accidentally get stuck with our back to a wall at that point.
Yeah, we won't have any quick escape.
And the question is, do you really think that 20 hours is going to hurt much? I mean, the way we found the asteroid got destroyed in that explosion.
Yeah, well, we'll see if you can get, either find out where this artifact might be based on schematics, and then if there's a straight path, you can get to it to get the life support going on, and then if there's, some way to prioritize that life support first, so we can get a head start while the rest of the station is stabilizing.
Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do is try and pull up maps of the station. Oops. So another use computer.
Yeah.
And I'll try and download them onto my datapad too. Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, I don't think you have your datapad accessible outside your suit unless you clipped it to the outside of your suit.
Yeah, I brought that out with the intent
okay.
to be using that.
Okay. So, in poking around, you see that this control room has also access over the shields and the other controls for the docking pad. And you also see some an option to download some schematics, although it seems partially corrupted. And you also see that from this room you have limited door control, although it seems like you only have control over some of the corridors in the regions closest to the room, which we're going to call the south because that's how maps work.
I will lock everything that doesn't lead from the ship to this room.
Okay. They're now locked.
And I will also look to see if I can control how far or life support is prioritized.
Okay, roll use computer again. Okay, you see that the life support functions off of one main generator, and that it seems to be funneling from the core of the asteroid and coming through vents to all rooms.
Is there a method to shut vents?
You didn't see any controls that look like they could shut the vents.
Looks like there's no way to control the life support aside from turning it on and off.
Well, then I guess head back so we can plan out once the life support's ready to go.
Will do. I locked down all doors except the ones that lead from the ship to this room.
So we're stuck on this can another day?
Yep. And hopefully nothing should be able to get in here unless it's smart.
Speaking of that, is there a way for you to lock down that console so you're the only one who can activate it?
I can try, but I would imagine that would be pretty difficult. I'd have to get deeper levels of control, and I'm not sure how well that could go. I could get locked out.
Well, the risk is someone coming up behind us and doing damage.
Because nods. I can try. And he's gonna take a look at the security system and just try and see how difficult it would be to do that before actually trying to do that.
Okay, you roll use computer. Okay, you can see that this interface is hooked in with some of the other, the general mainframe systems of the asteroid, and that most core commands like that are restricted to the main control room. So you get some error messages when you try to access some of the other layers of command. But it also looks like it might be possible to establish a local regional lockout for these terminals.
I wish to try and do that.
Okay, roll use computer.
Please no nat one.
Close. I'm one away from that.
Ooh, that's close.
Come up on the screen, and it looks like some sort of warning or error message. And roll perception. Alexa, you roll perception too.
Uh-oh.
Even with the +3, that's still only a 50.
Yay!
Okay, yeah, you guys see another door at the far end of the room open, and a large droid walks through.
Turn your lights off.
Greetings,
Turn your lights off in the
meatbag.
back. I start backing up myself.
Okay, roll
Oh, no.
initiative.
Oh boy.
Why?
Greetings, meatbags. Prepare for your assassination.
Oh, that happens way later than this. You can't use HK-47.
Not way later. He's around.
Yeah.
So you see the droid
We just
walk
can't
into
kill
the
him.
room, and another droid walks into the room behind it. And then there's a blaster bolt fires from one of the rifles built into the droid's body.
Okay.
Oh no!
Wow. Oh, that also reminds me of something I was going to discuss. So, for Christmas, Kyler got me some books on GMing, and one of the things I found interesting there was they were giving advice on how they run their campaigns and stuff in various encounters, and they decided that they didn't allow enemies to roll crit damage because it made the encounters more random, and as we saw last time, that's definitely something. So then what that person suggested was if the enemies roll a crit, they get some sort of additional benefit, like a buff, or it causes a debuff or something, instead of causing double damage. So I thought that was cool. So that was what I was going to initiate. So nat 20s and crits still are automatic hits, but they don't deal double damage.
Okay.
Unless
'cause
a
that
reflex
hurt last
defense.
time.
Unless one of my reflex power defenses does something to defend against it.
Well, we
I'd have
have
to get it at 20, but
yeah. There's also a nat 1 on the table
Yes,
as well.
there's that too.
That's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
deal with that.
interesting.
Lit up like Christmas.
Okay, so since odd is bad, one of the shots just fires off randomly into a part of the room you guys aren't even in, and then the other shot goes right for Pakaz. Okay,
Well,
so
that works.
when I said that I fixed your macros, I did not fix the description of this one. Oops.
oh, oops.
I fixed all the other stuff, though.
I mean, I know the basic rules. If it exceeds the attack and the attack roll, then it is good.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's a nat
Well,
20,
this one is negating the damage roll.
I imagine.
Well, this one just negates the amount of damage that you're going to take.
Mm.
So that's higher than the damage roll. So you negate all the energy, but the blast had such high energy that some of it sort of discharges against your arm as you try to absorb the energy. And there's sort of like an electrical stun that runs through your arm. So you take a -2 to your reflex defense.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, that's as bad as 2 down the condition track.
Well, just to the reflex, though.
Yep.
Okay, we also need some more interesting music here.
Oh, it wasn't creepy enough?
My music keeps dying.
Well, now
so
it's
gets
combat.
weird.
Okay, not that. Not that. That is way too epic. Okay, so what is Lexa going to do?
I run so that I can get behind the wall. Hopefully out of their line of sight. And I tell Kaz, get back to the other console. We don't know anything about these droids. They could be too much for us. Get back there, we'll steal this door and get the others. And I'm actually, no, I'm not going to do things. I'm just going to use all of my movement to get behind the wall so that hopefully they can't shoot me, but I also can whack at them.
What direction did she run? Because I can't see her.
She ran to the left.
Okay. Just remember, I can't see as far as you can. So I can't see the wall that you just described.
Yeah, well, she doesn't know that. So, anyway, yeah, that's what I do.
Okay, what does Pakaz do?
Do I have direct line of sight to those enemies on the other side of the room?
Yes.
Okay.
You can make them out in the light that's coming from the corner over there.
I will say it's just 2 droids, and then I will do what I always do. Simply, oh wait, there's my macros.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
That's a new one.
It's just 2 droids.
Just two
Oh.
force doesn't work.
You had to say that.
Well, I was going to say that they're out of range, but
Oh yeah.
I really want to still have that effect.
Oh
but,
yeah, they definitely are out of range.
But I was gonna say, so you didn't actually do that. 'Cause they're out of range. Dang it.
Maybe Lexa knows what she's talking about. Let's go.
Yeah. I don't have the range to deal with these, and I don't have firearms, so yeah, I'm gonna go to. I will fall back through the door. Let me see. 1, 2, 3.
Wait, are you pulling them back to the ship so we can open fire with whatever weapon systems the ship might have?
I mean, I don't have
lock
any.
the door.
Oh, that'll work too.
Also, personal firearms. There's all sorts of ways.
Well,
If we can destroy them and come back in here, that's even better. Because I
Yeah.
don't want this section to be on high alert. With all the security droids coming after us, I want to shut that down as soon as possible.
no, meatbag. You will enjoy your dessert as it
Oh,
comes
wait.
to you.
Oh wait, no, I can't do that. Never mind.
Okay, Alexa, what do you want to do?
I make my way to the door. And I'm gonna stay there, waiting for him to catch up and get ahead of me.
Okay. Kaz.
I run as far as I can, as fast as I can.
Wolf, your legs, little one. Wolf.
Is my
That's
guy
as far as
back
I
on the
can get.
on the bridge yet?
Yeah, if that's where you went when you finished the sweep.
Okay.
Okay, Alexa.
I'm just gonna continue to stay behind because in between him and the droids.
Are we on the ship privy to what's going on
Okay,
with their combat?
Kaz.
We
Well,
haven't
I
seen
don't
over the
think-
comments. No.
Yeah, none of us said anything, so.
Oops.
Yeah, other than possibly maybe seeing some light go across in the control room, if they're in that control room that we can.
No, it's a
sort of
different one.
see. Yeah, then no, we don't know.
I finished my move.
Okay, Kaz,
Yeah.
you want to move?
I already did.
That was last turn.
Oh, oops.
I asked Delfern how long it's been since he heard from Lex or Prakaz.
And also, as I'm doing this, I'm going to combat. I triggered some alarms. We're coming back with some company. Just some droids.
Well, don't let him get too close to the ship. We can't risk it being damaged. It's gonna be our only way off this thing.
Do you have no weapons on that thing?
There's one laser cannon, but I'm not sure how many hits the ship can take. Hopefully, the droids aren't too powerful and they can take some shots. But if you can
Ship
dispatch
grade
them,
weaponry versus small battle droids, much better than versus small battle droids.
and if we fire and somehow damage the entrance into the asteroid, that might be not good either. but we can give it a shot. If you can dispatch them before they get here, great. But if you can't, we'll see what we can do.
Might be difficult. We could breach our suits.
True.
Okay, so Lexa, one of the droids fires at you, so those 2 attacks are at you.
They will not hit.
Okay, then it is your turn. The bolts go flying past you into the wall of the corridor. Okay, Pakaz.
I will continue running for it.
Run away!
Did this door close behind us or something?
No. Can you not see through it?
No, I can't.
Try just moving your token over.
Okie dokie.
Because I couldn't see either, but if you move, then you can.
As I'm going,
Okay.
I'm saying, get in the airlock.
Lexa.
Shut the door! Shut the door!
We're not in the airlock.
I'm just shouting that as I run.
Okay, Pakaz.
I will go into airlock and wait for her to come in and then cycle the airlock. So I would like to hold my action until she gets in here to cycle the
Okay.
airlock and then run out.
Okay, Lexa.
And I'll stand there and hold my action in case the droid comes within range of my sword.
Okay, you cycle the airlock.
And I use whatever remaining move points I have to go forward.
Well, we're just skipping to the next turn. 'Cause it took,
Okay.
it took a couple seconds for the airlock to cycle.
Then I'll just leave that
So,
turn.
now it is Lexa's turn.
I stay here until that door shuts.
It shuts. And now it's your turn. Do you wait for Pakaz to leave the airlock?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Pakaz.
Okay, I will head for the ship.
Okay, Lexa.
Alright, so this is another door too, right? You just passed through?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other airlock door.
Okay, I put my back against that wall and I just say, go and tell the others, get help. I'm gonna stay here and watch the store. If it tries to break through, I'll let you know.
Okay, there's a panel on the wall if you want to close this door.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I want to see if it's trying to breach the first door first.
Okay. Okay, Pakaz, it's your turn.
I will realize that it's probably better to be close enough to fight them when they get here if they come in. So I'm going to go back and do what she's doing on the other side of the door, though.
I will remind you we can't go out the ship because no atmosphere.
Yep, that's why I'm going back. But you can't use laser weapons from the ship.
Okay, Alexa. Nothing seems to be happening so far.
I was thinking that if you were in, then I just have to close this door and run in after you instead of two people trying to run back. That was my plan.
Yes, but if I can smash them from here.
That didn't work out so well last time.
1 second. Oh, well, I did say I was going to fight them, and then nothing happened, so yeah. Okay. It'll work out better this time. plus we have a giant laser cannon ready to shoot them.
Okay. I'm gonna stay here. Basically,
I
I'm
will
gonna
wait as
stay
well.
here until either air is allowed to come in and the others can get off the ship, or those droids start trying to bust down that door.
Oh, they can probably just command it open.
Either way, if something happens, I'm just gonna stay here till something happens.
Okay.
And they'll come over. We've got John at the landing pad, so at the landing bay. So if you need to make a quick escape, we'll be ready for you.
Just make sure you've got someone on those guns.
Ah, lad, there's somebody there.
Okay, so suddenly the door on this side of the airlock shuts, and then there's a beeping coming from the control panel, and it's flashing. If you guys want a real perception to look at it.
Greetings,
Yes.
meatbags. We wish to invite you for tea and lasers.
Ooh, you see everything.
Woo!
Okay. Even though you can't really read the Sith, there's also some like numbers and stuff, and you gather that it's having some sort of error about atmospheric pressure, and it looks like there's some error because both doors of the airlock are trying to be opened at once, but the system won't allow it. So the door is now locked.
That computer console. There's some type of error about pressurization and the doors being unlocked. Do you think you can do something about that? Or do we
I
even want
will.
to mess with it?
I will try to look at it and decipher it. Intelligence?
Yeah.
No.
You can still roll use computer, but you don't get a buff.
Ah.
Random buttons,
Buff
yay!
needs buff.
Okay, so even though you're in the heat of the moment, you can't really decipher a lot of the Sith writing. You gather that it looks like the controls on the other side of the airlock are being accessed, and the droids are trying to open both doors of the airlock. But since the systems are detecting no atmosphere, it will not allow both of the sides of the airlock to open.
Well, they're trying to open both the doors at once, like dumb droids. So they're not going to get out here until the 20 hours have hit and the air is breathable again.
So you think we have time?
Yep, we probably have the exact amount of time that it takes for the air out here to not be vacuum anymore.
Alright, then let's wait this out in the ship.
The cause nods and then heads back to the ship. Also, I think now is a good time for a break. I need to use the restroom.
Yeah. So we'll take a 10-minute break.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Lexa also heads back to the ship.
Be right back.